I'm Alan in this video. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to more Geometry Dash. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through Sonic Wave number 2. We're going to be having a great time doing so. This is the current level that I'm working on, and I wanted to take you guys through it and talk a little bit about it, because I think this level is, to everyone's surprise ever, I actually like this level quite a lot. I think it is surprisingly fun, which is not something I thought I would be saying about this literal sequel to Sonic Wave, my famously least favorite level ever created. But yet, no, this level is good. I wanted to take you guys through it because I think the way that I structure my completion videos, I don't really have time to like properly talk you guys through and like show you guys what is good, what is bad, what I like, what I dislike about a level, because I make the completion videos for the funny ha-has. I don't really have time to go in depth about the level itself. So that's what I want to be doing today. And the beginning of the level, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. 9% is a little bit hard, I'm not gonna lie. Like that blue orb right there is kind of difficult. And that yellow orb, this yellow orb specifically is like, it's pretty much the deciding factor of whether or not I get to the drop or not is, can I hit the yellow orb? If yes, good job. I'm now getting far. Unless I'm failing miserably like this, because I'm trying to speak, and it's bad. Don't talk. Talking is illegal. Then we get to the funniest part ever created in the history of humankind. This ship part is so dumb. Just look at the hitboxes. Like, the only really hard part about this is the gravity portals, because like the entire part is basically just like carrying you through it, kind of like an adult just helping a child win a game by making it the easiest thing ever. And I think it's kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. Then we get into this ball part. This ball part is pretty, just, I don't know, it's really easy, honestly. Like this ball part, there's nothing really to it. You get very consistent with it. It's very muscle memory intense, I suppose. There's a few clicks you could die to, like that, like this pink orb, because you can hit it a little bit early. But a lot of this is just buffering, right? I love when I say that a thing is easy and then immediately eat my words, and it's not easy anymore. Wow. This is why I never should record videos in the morning, I've realized. Because every time I do, I just make myself look like an absolute fool. But overall, this ball part is pretty simple. It's just one of those parts you just kind of like get muscle memory for. And then we get into the drop, which is, surprise, similar to Sonic Wave. I know, insane how there can be a thing in the Sonic Wave sequel that reminds you of Sonic Wave. I mean, to be fair though, the ship part, the ball, the first cube, all of that stuff also kind of reminds you of Sonic Wave. What the hell? I passed the hard thing first try. So I personally think that the very beginning of the wave here is probably the hardest part. I just have the hardest time with this mini wave for some reason. Like, it doesn't even look that hard because it's pretty wide open. But the thing that this level has really taught me is that 4x speed mini wave is really hard. I don't know if you guys knew this, but 4x speed mini wave is pretty damn hard. And that's pretty much the thing that this level has taught me at this point. Because I get here pretty much like every other attempt maybe, and then I just immediately die frame 1 to this mini wave. So this is kind of it's kind of becoming like a little bit of a patient test, in the sense that I just gotta get lucky almost passing the mini wave here. I feel like this is the one part that I just can't seem to like improve my consistency with, which is a little bit of an issue. I'm not gonna lie. I do not like the fact that I feel like I'm just not improving my consistency with this mini wave whatsoever, because everything else I feel like I'm getting better at, but it doesn't really matter when I don't get enough attempts deeper into the level, you know? And as you can see here, by me just playing casually and trying to like do decently, I do like pretty much every single attempt will just die to the mini wave, right? And that spike is a fixed hitbox for some reason. I don't know why. It's really goofy, because sometimes I'll just die to it and it's annoying. And then we get into the dual wave, which is honestly really easy. Like, when you get here, it's like, nice, now I can chill. The head bonkers in this level I find to be not that bad. In Sonic Wave I find them much more difficult. I think because of how fast they are in this one, I find them more consistent, more easy, because you can just do like a consistent click pattern for it. Meanwhile in Sonic Wave I feel like I had to think a lot more about them, which made them harder. I don't know if that's a me thing. I feel like that's just a me thing, but it's not that bad, right? I think 40 to 49 is pretty much a pretty chilled part. You don't really have to do much about it. It's very relaxed almost. Like, it's more of a embrace yourself for Kulik. If I can get past the thing that I just called easy, that would be great. No? Okay. Once you get here, this is where Kulik starts. And this level is just, mini waves are hard. If you are in a mini wave, it's probably going to be difficult and you're probably going to be cucked. And I think this part shows that very well, because this part is really hard. I really struggle with it. Namely 51, like these two clicks right here, this one as well as the yellow portal click. very hard. And then it's a little bit chill for a little bit until you get to, if I can get there, that is. That would be great. No, not allowed to pass 51. Great. Awesome. Awesome. When you get here, this is the like last like super hard thing that I somehow passed first attempt. That's sick, insane. Dude, it kind of cracked. The very end of the second or the first wave though, I find really, there's just something about the saw blades here. Like as you can see here, the spikes on the side of the blocks are like tiny saw blades, and I find them really weird. I'm finding it super difficult to like align a lot of the time. Stuff like this, I died at this like a ton, right? Like this death right here, 56, probably one of my most common deaths in the first wave. And then this as well as this, whereas like, because of how the structures of the slopes are, it's very hard to like align, I think. I've been having a ton of trouble with that part in particular, which kind of sucks. But you know, it's one of those parts that I can mostly clutch up whenever I get here. And by mostly, I mean, I pass it 4 times yesterday, I died to like 25. That's a really bad ratio now that I think about it. Shit. Oh no. It's one of those parts that I feel like I practice a lot, so I'm definitely getting a lot better at it. But it is very tough. It is very tough. I'm just kind of like waiting for the day where I pass the 37 mini wave as well as Kuluk like very frequently. Yesterday I was passing the 38, 37 mini wave like a ton, but I could not do Kuluk. And normally what happens is the other way around, where I just never pass the very beginning of the wave, and then I pass Kuluk a lot. Just kind of waiting for the day where I do both. Then we get into this cube. This cube is really easy, except for the first 3 clicks. Like this green orb, red orb, blue orb combo is absolutely lethal. It's really hard. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on why. I think it might be like a 2.2 thing, because I find it really hard to like reach far enough, which is really goofy. Overall, this cube is very like faultless. Then we get into the second wave, infamously really garbage part. I like it. I think this part is really cool. I'm really good at the start of the wave, which is like everyone that I've spoken to is like really jealous of how consistently I can do, especially the transition into it. I say that and immediately fail like a billion times in a row. Damn, I really did speak too soon, didn't I? But the thing about the second wave that is like really hard is, in my opinion, 73 to 76. 73 to 76, I just cannot do for the life of me. I currently have 72, 73 times 2, 75, 76, and then I have 84, right? So I am, this is the first time I've made one of these like introductory videos, like when I'm very far into the grind of a level, right? Like I have a bunch of attempts with the second wave, right? I think I have 9 or 10. But the 70s are like really, really bad for me. Most of the second wave, I don't really find that bad though, which I suppose could be a blessing. The problem is that I'm just really bad at the second half of it, which is like when you can get far, because in all fairness, the 66, 67 like transition into the second wave is really awkward and really difficult in a lot of different ways, to the point where you can't really like, even if you're very good at it, you can't really guarantee that you're going to pass it every time you get there. So struggling with the hard, or struggling with the second half of the second wave isn't really a good thing. Especially this for some reason, this mini wave right here is like the hardest thing ever conceived, and I don't know why. I just seemingly can't do it at all, which really sucks, because it's not that bad. I just can't seem to wrap my head around like a click pattern or how much I should be clicking, basically. And then you have the last gap of the second wave, which is like the hardest thing ever. I'm very surprised that I managed to fluke that gap the first time I got here, or got to it, and only time I've gotten to it. I never struggled with 72. 72 is such an easy part for me. I don't know what is happening. I guess that's what I get for calling it easy. Anyway, as you can see, that part absurdly difficult. This last cube is not very hard. It's just kind of like nerve building. But that click right there, this is normally a buffer in 2.1. Here you have to time it. You have to like land on it slightly and then jump a little bit late. Otherwise you hit the block, which is a little bit uncomfortable. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. But overall it's not too bad. Like I don't ever really die to it, so it's not really anything that adds to the difficulty to the level. It's just one of those things that if you play this in 2.1, you might have to like relearn that one click, which, you know, whatever. The last wave is really dumb. I absolutely hate the first click of the last wave. This is where I died. I died like immediately because I clicked too early. This last wave is like 2 really hard clicks, and that's pretty much it. Although I am failing easy stuff, which is really random. It's this right here, 89%. Like this little like sawtooth kind of thing. God, it's the hardest thing of all time. And then you're done. And then the end screen is 6% of the level. This level is really good. I really do like it. I think it's thoroughly enjoyable. I know a lot of people dislike this level simply because of the fact that it's one of those levels where you can very easily get super unlucky with it, which, to be fair, I do understand. I do genuinely get why a lot of people don't like this level that much. I think it's very fun. It has really enjoyable gameplay for the most part, except for like a few inputs here and there, as well as a very fun song. I like the song a lot. I think the pre-drop is much more engaging than it is in Sonic Wave, which immediately puts it up like 1,000 spots, right? And I think it's a good level. Hopefully I can beat this soon. I've been playing it for 9 days now. It's been a minute, but I've played it for about 9 days, which isn't too much. I feel like I've been beating it like super quickly relative to what I thought, because, well, to be fair, this is a really hard level, right? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciated it. I have always a ton of fun just talking, having a good time, chilling, you know, the usual. So eat your green stuff, is dehydrated. Thank you for making my day better. Hope my day was a little bit better too. If you want to support the channel, grab yourself some merch. The plushies, sadly, out of stock, but it will return eventually. But if you want to get something else from AeonAir.store, go check it out. I would truly appreciate it. And join Discord if you haven't already. I'm streaming this live on Twitch, so if you want to come watch probably the end of the grind, go check that out, twitch.tv/AeonAir, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, everyone.